Honor the law.
Are you the porter that takes care of Miss Humphreys?
Humphreys? I was looking at the Miss something, if that's who you mean.
Don't kid me. I know who's in that stateroom. Doris Humphreys, the richest gal in the world.
Look here, who is you, boss?
I'm Larry Stevens, a reporter.
A reporter? Oh, go on, is you?
I certainly am, a good man. My paper put me on the train at Lincoln so I could ride these last 10 miles and get an interview with Miss Humphreys.
Well, now, don't look at me, boss, because I ain't saying nothing. No,
There's $2 in it.
Oh, no, miss, I done made up my mind.
Would a 5 change it?
Well, maybe them 2 plus that 5. Well, they might.
Okay. The 2 now and the 5 later. $7.
Yeah, what do you all want to know about Miss Humphreys?
Everything. What she eats, wears, who she's traveling with. And most of all, I want to know about that Star Sapphire.
Sapphire, boy?
The famous Star Sapphire, once owned by the Sultan of Indore and recently acquired by Miss Doris Humphreys through her London jeweler.
Well, appears to me like, boss, you knows more about Miss Humphreys than I does.
Don't worry, you'll learn that $7. You'll learn the 2 right now.
How come?
Stay here. Give me a light. Say, who's that gentleman, the fellow with the goatee?
Oh, him? That's Mr. Stafford. He's been with Miss Humphreys ever since she left to Ribera. And, boss, here come the other.
What other?
That there Stanley Jerome. He's crazy about Miss Humphreys, too. Look how cross he's looking. Ever since we left New York in the same way, he's up trying to beat the other, taking her into dinner.
Good evening, Jerome.
Oh, hello, Stafford.
Oh, hello, everybody.
How about a bite of supper, Doris?
I'm starved. I was just starting for the diner.
There's only one thing to be done about it. We'll join you.
Right.
It's after 7:30. We'll probably have the diner practically to ourselves.
Now, here's where you earn the $5. Follow me out on the platform where we can see in the diner.
Yeah. How's I going to earn that $5?
Well, I don't care how, but get those 2 men away from the table.
Calling Mr. Stafford. Telephone for Mr. Stafford.
Mr. Stafford, he's at the first table in the diner, sir.
Telephone?
Oh, boy, we got radio phones on this here Wolverine.
Well, never mind about Stafford. He's leaving the table now. Take care of Jerome.
Oh, Mr. Jerome getting up, too. He's bowing and leaving the table. But I ain't going to have no chance to earn that $5 today, huh?
That's all right. Here, take the 5 anyway.
Oh,
I may need you later.
Yes, sir, thank you. If you want to know anything about anything at all, I'm your man. Yes, sir.
And now for Miss Humphreys while she's all by her little lonesome.
Yes, here's the cocktail. Mr. Jerome and Mr. Stafford will be back in a moment.
I beg your pardon, Miss Humphreys.
Humphreys? Well, I'm afraid you...
Pardon me, but I happen to know who you are.
Breaking in on me is rather assuming a good deal, isn't it? I could call the steward and have you...
Oh, you wouldn't do that.
Why not?
After all, I'm just trying to earn my living.
A reporter. I thought so.
Miss Humphreys, please, just a moment.
Steward.
Have a heart.
Doris.
Oh, good heavens, what is it, Stanley?
You've been robbed.
Robbed?
When I got back to your stateroom, I found your maid bound and gagged. Your luggage ransacked.
And the sapphire, my Star Sapphire.
I don't know, Doris. The conductor's checking now. You'd better come right away.
West Park Police Station, Sergeant Reynolds speaking. No, Miss Humphreys just left. What's that? Yes, she asked for police protection. We're taking Benton and Kemp off the patrol and assigning them as Miss Humphreys' special bodyguard.
You're taking us off the beat?
Temporarily, Benton.
Oh, we're not driving 35 tonight?
No, Kemp.
Why not?
Tonight, Miss Humphreys is giving a reception. Over 200 guests. She'll be wearing that Star Sapphire pendant. In fact, we asked her to.
You asked her? Why, Sergeant?
Bait. We're using that pendant as bait.
But, Sergeant, according to the newspapers, I thought the pendant was stolen on the train.
No, Kemp, just an attempt. Fortunately, the maid had changed the sapphire from the usual spot where Miss Humphreys kept it.
Got your eye on anyone?
Stafford and Jerome might be possible suspects. Stafford was called to the phone, and Jerome, after stopping to chat with an acquaintance, went to the stateroom at Miss Humphreys' request. Oddly enough, to get the sapphire. Seems that there was some discussion prior, and Stafford, being an authority on Hindu art, had asked to see the gadget. Both men tell a pretty straight story.
Then you don't suspect either of them?
Well, headquarters is angling for bigger game.
Bigger game?
Now, keep this perfectly quiet. I haven't even told Miss Humphreys.
You've got a tip?
Yes. This wire from New York. From Basil Snowden.
And who is Snowden?
An inspector from Scotland Yard.
Then you know who you're after.
Yes. An international jewel thief. And only a Star Sapphire would tempt him.
Sergeant, you don't mean Thurston. Not Harry Thurston.
Kemp, you've hit it right. Harry Thurston is in Westport.
No. What do you think of that? Well, I'll be,
Benton, loosen up a bit, will you? Look stiff as the devil.
Loosen up. Big golly, this collar, I can't even move my neck in it. Sure, I feel like I'm choking. I feel like a butler or something.
If you stand like that, they'll take you for one.
What happened to Stevens?
Oh, he's back of that alcove, imbibing of the cups.
At a time like this, he ought to leave that punch bowl alone.
You know, Benton, I think it's a lot of hooey about Thurston.
On your best behavior. Here comes Miss Humphreys.
Who's the guy with the lace whiskers?
You mean the gent with the glass in his hand?
Yeah.
That's Mr. Stafford.
Mr. Benton, I'm terribly worried.
What's the trouble, Miss Humphreys? So far, everything is going pretty smooth.
Well, Mr. Jerome hasn't arrived. I know he intended to come. He called me personally and thanked me for the invitation.
I shouldn't worry, Doris. Stanley will be along in a minute.
Let me in! Let me in!
No, sir, I'm sorry. You can't come
Why will you come in? That's my invitation.
Oh, you're drunk, sir, and I'm sure...
Oh, dear, Stanley.
A fine thing coming here in that condition, creating a scene.
Please, Mr. Stafford.
Hello, everybody. Doris, Stafford, good old Stafford. And he's got a drink. You don't want that drink, Stafford. Give it to me. Thanks, old boy.
Stanley, please, give me that glass. You've had enough already.
You're not angry with me.
I don't know whether I am or not.
All right, you take the glass. I wouldn't touch it. There it is. I wouldn't have you angry with me for anything in the world.
Who switched off those lights?
It's Humphreys.
Where are you?
With lights. Confound these lights.
I got him. There, quick. Miss Humphreys has fainted.
Doris.
Jerome, stay where you are. No one leave this room. Kemp, you see to that.
And on what authority?
There is my badge. We're police officers. I'm carrying Miss Humphreys upstairs, and when I come back, every last one of you is going to be searched.
Searched?
Yes. While the lights were off, somebody snipped that sapphire pendant off Miss Humphreys' neck. I wasted. Not a sign of that pendant on any of them.
Did you frisk all of them?
Yes, Stevens, I've searched the butler, Stafford, and Jerome.
Yeah, and is Stafford sore? Oh, boy, that guy's really burned up.
Now, where are they?
No, they're in the next room. Detective Collins with them.
Kemp, call headquarters for more men. I know that Harry Thurston's in this house.
All right.
I'll be back in a moment.
Quick, Benton. Stafford and Jerome are having a fight. I'm coming. Here, none of that.
You turned off those lights, Jerome. You robbed Doris of that sapphire pendant.
Wait a minute, Stafford. I do the questioning.
I demand that you arrest Stanley Jerome.
Why?
He has the sapphire.
But we searched Jerome.
You don't think he'd be such a fool as to have the pendant on his person?
Where is it then?
In that glass.
What?
Yes, the one he took from me.
But Jerome gave that glass to Miss Humphreys.
He gave it to Doris before the lights went out. But when they came on, he had it in his hand again.
That's right. I remember. I thought he'd sneaked a drink.
While the lights were out, he stole the pendant from Miss Humphreys and dropped it for safekeeping in his glass.
Well, if it was in there, it's not now. This is the glass and it's empty.
The punch bowl. After I searched him, he went for another drink to the punch bowl.
Wait a moment, gentlemen, please. I'd like to say a word.
We're waiting for some explanation.
I can't deny I took the pendant from Miss Humphreys' neck.
Saints preserve us, then you did rob her.
I took the necklace. dropped it into my glass, and then after you'd searched me, just as Mr. Stafford said, I dropped the sapphire into the punch bowl.
It's not there now. As much as I hate to, Jerome, you've got to go to headquarters.
With pleasure. But first, don't you think we'd better inspect, say, one handkerchief in this room?
Handkerchief? You mean Stafford's?
Not Stafford, Benton. Harry Thurston. No, not that one. Not the hip pocket. The handkerchief in the lapel pocket of his tuxedo. Keep your hands up, Thurston. I've got you covered.
Good Lord. Look at it. The whole end of the handkerchief stained with punch juice.
Of course.
And the pendant, the sapphire pendant, hooked onto the handkerchief with a bent pin.
Yes. That's how he fished the sapphire out of the punch bowl.
Oh, let me put these bracelets on him.
No, Benton. That's my pleasure. I've crossed 2 continents to nab this fellow.
2 continents? Say, just who are you?
Thurston. You've never seen me before, but you know who I am.
I've got a good idea.
Then come out from behind that goatee and introduce me.
Gentlemen, Inspector Snowden from Scotland Yard.
Calling all cars. Attention all cars. Calling all cars. Attention all cars. Calling all cars. Attention all cars. Stand by for important announcement.
Honor the law.